Hello, I just want to say before this video starts that 90% of you are not subscribed at the moment, so if you could, that would be very much appreciated. And today's video, we're going to be covering NAKD once again, and we're going to be doing a full analysis of NAKD and what we're seeing currently, because we have seen a very big bullish trend, and I'll get right into this, exactly what is going to be happening and where I think NAKD is going to go in the future, and some recent news that has also come out as well. So that being said, be sure to like the video and comment down below what you think NAKD is going to do in the not so distant future. With that being said, let's get on with the video. I also want to say that I'm in no way, shape or form a financial advisor, and please take anything I say with a pinch of salt. I'm simply a university student studying business and management, and that is all. Stocks are battlefields. Be sure to do your own research, your own due diligence before entering into the battlefield. I can only scout the battlefield for you, however I cannot fight the battle for you. With that being said, let's get on with the video. Now, as we always do on this channel, we always give you all an update on where the short interest is within NAKD and other stocks that we normally cover on this channel. However, today, NAKD's short volume ratio is 30%, and this was actually yesterday's data. So that is significantly high. 30%. Most stocks, anything above even 10% is considered high. 20% is very high. And this is at 30%. So this is actually in a very good spot to potentially see a short squeeze in the not so distant future. And on top of that as well, you have to remember that the DTCC has basically told the shorters that they have to deliver on these shorts and they have to really cover their positions. So we could start seeing some progress on the NAKD price action very, very soon. Now, moving down, we can see that the short borrow fee rate is 14%, which I mentioned in the last video. It is very, very high, and it is susceptible to a squeeze because they're not going to want to keep taking out all of these shorts to cover their positions. 14% is considered very, very high, especially as a borrow fee rate. They're going to have to pay in 14%. I'm not sure what the terms are on that 14%, but I think it's usually monthly or something. But they're going to have to pay 14% extra for every share that they short, which you have to bear in mind is very high, and it could be a very derivative factor within the NAKD short squeeze potentially happening in the not so distant future. And in addition, if you look at this graph here, it has not dropped below 20% apart from, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. That was literally the only time that it dropped below that 20% mark. It has always stayed above 20%, which is considered a very high short volume ratio. So I think NAKD could be susceptible to a short squeeze in the not so distant future. And you also have to remember as well that NAKD is currently in a very bullish formation. And honestly, it could raise very quickly, very fast. And we'll get into why very shortly. Now, this is a quick article that I found, and it was published on the 8th of March, which was Sunday. And pretty much we're going to be talking about basically the price action within NAKD, and it basically explains as to what's happening within the stock right now. So Naked Brand Group Limited stock price traded up 14.4% during trading on Monday. The stock traded as high as $1.03 and last traded at 0.98 cents. 100 million shares were traded during trading, which is very high. That's a very high volume. Bear that in mind. A decline of 62% from the average session volume of 266 million shares. The stock had previously closed at. The stock previously closed at 86 cents. Now, right, so 100 million is considered low for NAKD, but that is still high. That is high volume. And that is why NAKD is continuously rising, because there's such high volume going into this stock right now. And honestly, if we keep seeing volume like this and potentially increase volume as more people become aware of why NAKD could be a very good potential buy within the future long-term play, then, you know, we could start seeing some very, very good results come through. The firm's 50-day moving average is $1.04, and its 200-day moving average is 39 cents. A hedge fund recently raised its stake in the Naked Brand Group stock. Virtue Financial LLC grew its position in Naked Brand Limited by 202.9% in the third quarter, according to its most recent disclosure with the SEC. The fund owned 532,000 shares of the company's stock after buying an additional 357,000 shares during the period. Virtue Financial LLC owns approximately 0.23% of NAKD, worth $59,000, and as of its most recent SEC filing, 0.73% of the stock is owned by institutional investors and hedge funders. Now, you'll have to bear in mind, companies like this would not be investing within NAKD if they did not see potential or a way to make money. NAKD right now, in my opinion, is actually an undervalued stock. And I know I'm going to get hate in the comments for that because a lot of people have been saying that it's a waste of time. However, I do not believe that. Because if NAKD is going down this e-commerce route, and if they are really going to expand down if they're going to digitize their platform, if they're going to digitize their products, they are really going to expand and they're going to see very large sales very quickly. And from someone within business who understands business, I can tell you that if they go through with e-commerce, this is going to be a very good buy because e-commerce is the future. A lot of companies who are going to be moving across to e-commerce, they are going to succeed a lot better than ones who are still in stores and trying to sell their products just to clientele, if that makes sense. So with NAKD moving across to e-commerce and providing a platform to actually sell their products online, genuinely, I think it's a very good move from a business standpoint, and it could potentially influence the price of NAKD, and I can see NAKD trading at potentially $3 to $5 by the end of the year, depending on how quick they are with this e-commerce transition. If they don't have it by then it'll probably still stay around the same mark. However, I can see NAKD reaching heights of between $7 to $10 within the next 2 years. That is my sort of price target for this. Now, I know in the last video, I think I said 15 to 20 within the 2 years. However, we have to be realistic here. And I think when I made that prediction before, I was a bit hasty with it because I have to take into account how long it's going to take for the e-commerce transition period. And we've also got to see, because although they have predicted themselves to make $3.5 trillion, they haven't shown signs of that happening. So we have to take everything that they say with a pinch of salt until we see actual actions. However, the fact that they are going down this e-commerce route, I can see NAKD doing very well in the not so distant future, personally. And, you know, I hope this is true. And, yeah, we'll see what happens next. Now that I've given my take on NAKD, I wanted to just run through some Reddit posts because I think it's fun, and I think it's also good to give people some props and, you know, to give people a platform to really speak up on. So I'm going to look for a few Reddit posts, a few of the top ones, and yeah, we'll see if there's any good ones. So I will go through the top today. So let's go NAKD. Let's hear about those buys. I ain't selling. Upvote if you're holding. Love that. I'll give that an upvote. NAKD FYI, dissemination date and more. Oh, what's this? I like to preface this with I'm not a fan. Okay, yep. Quick update, FYI dissemination date today, March 9th and more. So quick summary, NAKD dissemination date today, March the 9th for February 26th settlement, NAKD non-compliance clearing up the confusion. NAKD dissemination date, I'll begin by saying thank you. Okay. So, I don't really... okay, so this is the non-compliance. There has been some misconception being broadcasted with regards to NAKD being non-compliant since it was trading below $1. This is utter nonsense, and I'd like to clear the air on this. First, they are still maintaining to be 100% compliant. It is more arduous process to get delisted, become non-compliant again, and this is to regain compliance. First, the company must sit below $1 for 30 consecutive days. The company will then receive a non-compliance letter from NASDAQ and will have to notify shareholders. At this point, they have 180 days to ensure at some point the share price stays above $1 for 10 days. This may be longer if NASDAQ deems it so. I believe the max is 20 days for them to become compliant again. Delisting doesn't happen right away, and there are many tools to reverse stock split, which company can do to increase the share price. In addition, a case could be made to extend. Yeah, so pretty much what this is saying is, because NAKD has been trading below $1 for a few days, there has been some speculation about, is it going to get delisted from the NASDAQ? And the reason why it's not, as it's pretty much stated here, is that it has to be up for 10 consecutive days within a 180-day period. And I believe NAKD has been up for, I'm not sure if it's consecutive $1. So I think we just got to see a good amount of volume, a good amount of price action. But I don't think NASDAQ's going to delist them, because it's a very long process for that to happen. And personally, I can't see that happening very soon. So the person who made this post is Educated Guess 4. I'll give it an upvote, and yeah, go check it out. You know, this is literally on the NAKD stock Reddit page, so feel free to go check that out. It's got a lot of good stuff on here, and you know, I always like flicking through it and seeing what's happening. And I would give it a bit of spotlight, because I do think that this is a very, very good Reddit page, actually. Like, you go like these little things. So what head do you see when you're holding NAKD? Love this. Holding 19k and stay strong with you. Okay. Mate, my man's got 19k. You love that. You love it. But yeah, I actually do personally have shares within NAKD. So obviously I'm on a student budget right now. So I have only been able to invest $100 within NAKD. However, you know, I'm part of the process. I'm helping you all stay strong. So I hope you appreciate it with my student budget. And yeah, I think, I mean, that's going to be it for today, right? Like, I'll show you all the Reddit posts anyway, because I do enjoy showing everyone the Reddit page, and you know, you all can sort of get an understanding of what the Reddit is, and you know, you all can make your own judgments, you all can do your own due diligence, your own research, and just have fun on the Reddit as well. So with that being said, that's going to be it for today. I hope you have all enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. It really helps the channel out, and I can't thank you all enough for the recent support on this channel. It's been absolutely insane, and I can't thank you all enough for giving us a voice on this platform. Thank you for watching. This has been your boy Sam from Our Training. See you next video on the channel. Take care, everyone.